explain so much of it. So it was like it was Trev's first experience. Now, wait, let's talk about it. So in 24 hours, you brought up I got yelled at by two people on the podcast.
Yes.
Um, and in 24 hours, essentially, no, almost about 2 days, a day and a half, we recorded about 2 months worth of podcasts, which is crazy. We filmed a short film with the script we really just read 30 minutes before the actress who came over. She's not the most experienced actress, but she's acted before, and it was our first time meeting her. And you only saw the location, Dom, maybe 2 hours before shooting. Like you've been in the room for like 2 hours before we started shooting.
Yeah, it was a lot of free form. So I mean, it was awesome that you gave me the freedom to kind of plan my own shots or like figure out my own shots. I mean, it's kind of hard like when you walk in and like just kind of reading the script about maybe like an hour or so before we actually started shooting was a little daunting, but I mean it wasn't the most complicated, but it's one of those things where um I work better on more of a planned set. No, where it's just like it's like, all right, like I've fucked up on enough jobs where it's like, oh no, I'm just gonna fucking run and gun this shit, and
Yeah.
then like I leave and I'm like, man, I did fucking great. That's awesome. I go look at my footage. I'm like, holy shit. How am I going to give this to them? And I'm just like, I literally spent like the next like fucking 48 hours like having like one long panic attack, just losing my shit, and then I give them some kind of bullshit that I'm like, you do not have to pay me any money for this. I am sorry for wasting your time. Goodbye.
Oh, really?
Where
You could have
no.
held your gun and be like, nah, dog, we need to reshoot it. Your idea didn't work. This is your fault.
Look, the last time, one of the last jobs I did was for a buddy of mine who comes in my bar quite often. It was like a freelance job in southern Indiana. So it was like, I want to say somewhere close to like a 5-hour drive down south.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, dude, no, it was literally the worst fucking job I've ever done in my life. Like, we rented out a bunch of stuff. Like, I brought my drone with. Like, I was gonna get some really good shots. Like, I was so ready. I had everything planned, and as soon as we walked in, the client immediately decided that they wanted to change everything that they had told us that they wanted to do, like the week prior. So we basically kind of run and gun did everything. I had to do a bunch of like talking head interviews, which were super fun,
Oh
super
yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah.
But
Wait,
I
it was a documentary style or
it was more like a testimonials, like testimonials about, because it was like for some, it was for farming things. Let's
stuff?
just say that, farming things. So long story short, the whole thing was kind of a giant clusterfuck. Like me and the photographer that I knew were like shipped to different places, different farms, like running around, run gun shooting. I managed to slam my drone into the side of a barn. It lost signal midway through a shot as I'm circling this giant fucking tractor, smacked sideways into a barn, which always looks super cool, like to a client as they're like, "Did you just hit my barn?" I was like, "I lost my drone in the process, so we're
No.
even." And then to make matters worse, like as we were both about to leave, we both like got in the car, like completely bit up, like exhausted. We're like, let's just go home. Let's start this 5-hour drive back home. We're both just fucking defeated. When I finally got home, I realized that some of the equipment that we rented,
No. Don't say it.
one piece of equipment was still down there.
No.
Oh God.
I was so exhausted from
Oh,
everything that I was
no.
just like, I'm done. I just want to go home. And I literally left the stand for like one of the Ronin gimbals, the big Ronin gimbals,
Oh.
like the balancing part of it. I left it on the ground right next to where we pulled out. And I had to email the client, be like, hey, I will send you money for shipping, and I will send you money just because of that fact if you just fucking ship it back to me. And he was like, yeah, no, I'll just ship it for you. And I was like, it was one of those things where it was like, you had a rough day, bud, so I'll just do this for you. So I was like,
Damn.
like part of me was like, that's super nice. Then part of me was like, Yeah, that guy was probably just like, this dude's probably just having like the roughest fucking day.
See, that's nice. It could have gone other ways. Like they could have taken it all out on you. That story hurt my soul. Hurt.
Oh, it still hurts my soul, but I mean, like, I've had much better shoots since then. I mean, I've worked with much better clients.